Hi everyone, Daniel Carbael here from Daniel Carbael Music. I just wanted to make this video today to run down a list of 10 things that will happen if I am to play music with you. Number 1. No unpaid cover gigs. I'm not going to play somebody else's music for no reason. I will play original music for free. I will not go out and play a free cover show. I don't think that makes much sense for anybody.
Number 2.
I'll only go to 1 or 2 rehearsals for unpaid gigs. Reason being is that if you start calculating this out, if I'm going to 4 rehearsals, which are each 2 hours for a 1-hour gig, the time starts to get a little ridiculous. And if that gig isn't ultimately compensating me, then I can't really make the commitment to show up to several rehearsals just to ultimately lose time and lose money.
Number 3.
On the note of rehearsals, I will only go to rehearsals if a gig is booked. Unless I am in a full-time band performing original music, I'm not gonna say schedule 2 rehearsals a week for no reason. Because what ends up happening is months down the road, you still haven't played a gig, but you've rehearsed 112 times. There comes a point where rehearsing doesn't really make sense when you haven't even booked a gig yet. Number 4, transportation. I will not transport unnecessary gear to an unpaid gig. I have a big amplifier that sounds really good. I also have a series of pedals that allow me to plug into a PA system and pretty much get the same type of tone. I'm not going to go out of my way just to transport unnecessary amounts of equipment for something that's not financially compensating me anyway. Number 5, if you really do want me to play a gig, whether it's paid or unpaid, and you want me to bring specific equipment, if you want me to bring multiple guitars, if you want me to bring multiple amps, or even one big amp, or a fairly complicated rig, I need to be compensated for the travel expense. Number 6, I will be compensated for bringing equipment that is necessary for other musicians. I do have a PA system, I do have microphones, I do have mic stands, I do have transportation. If you want me to pick up your drummer and bring his drum set so he doesn't have to get a taxi, I'm not a taxi. I would like to do it to make it happen, but that needs to be compensated. At the same time, if you want me to bring a PA system because you're doing a gig somewhere that doesn't have a PA, if I'm going to be bringing supplies that a sound man would bring when I'm the guitar player, then I'm going to need to be compensated as you would a sound man. Number 7, as far as scheduling, this is an important one. I will leave an hour and a half free on either side of the gig. If you tell me we need to be there at 6, I will not have commitments from 4:30 to 6. If the gig ends at 8, I will not have commitments from 8 until 9:30. The situation that I think we're all trying to avoid is scheduling a gig for, say, 6 o'clock on Wednesday, and the promoter calls you Tuesday night and says, oh, can you be there at 3 o'clock for a sound check? It's happened to me, it's really not fun.
Number 8.
Charity gigs. If I'm playing a charity gig or a gig that's to benefit some sort of foundation or charity, I do not expect to be paid. That makes no sense. However, if somebody is getting money from this that's beyond the breaking even point, and that person is not the charity or foundation that we're trying to help in the first place, then I think everyone involved deserves some sort of kickback of it. It doesn't make sense for one person to make money who's putting in the same amount of work as a load of other people who aren't making anything. Number 9. Now, if all these things fall into place, and I don't think there's really anything that's too unreasonable here, the things you will get from me as a performer are punctuality. I will be on time. I won't be late. If you tell me to be there at a specific time and I agree to it, I will be there. Number 10, I will be prepared. I will learn the music in advance. If that is a possibility, if that's something you want to do. A lot of people just want to give you charts on the gig, have you read them down, that's that. That's fine. If you want me to learn stuff in advance, I will do that. I need a reasonable amount of time to do so. If you want me to learn a 20-song set in 2 hours before the gig and have it memorized and not be reading it, it's not going to happen. If you give me a couple of days, a day or two, then yes, that's more of a possibility. If you want to do a cover gig, you will supply me with the charts for the music. I am not going to transcribe 2 hours worth of cover music, chart it up myself, only to go and play that once. I think that's a waste of everyone's time and it doesn't make a lot of sense. I know I might receive some kind of flack for this from a lot of people in the music community, but I think what I'm saying is something that everyone talks about and not a lot of people actually execute. Not a lot of people put these things into practice. They might say them, you know, outside of the gig after they've had a bad experience where they feel they might have been taken advantage of, but it seems like not a lot of people are actually willing to set these ground rules and say, this is what I need to be able to do this service for you. Thanks for listening. If you agree, cool. If you don't agree, let me know why. Let me know some things that you think that I might be able to do better or change my mentality possibly. Leave me a comment, send me a message, and until next time, see you later.